Hey, Apple Biters and Apple Teenies, this is Les, aka Sister Slayer, here for the Bit and Apple TV in conjunction with It Came From the Radio. And we have such a busy weekend this week. I mean, right now we're up before everybody, and guess where we are? The New Jersey Comic Expo. Oh my gosh, we have so much to show you. I can't even begin to tell you. We've got some really exclusive interviews with some really amazing people, some independent artists, some that you already know, and we can't wait to show it all to you. So before we go into the door today, I just want to let you know, be prepared. I can't wait. Take care. We'll see you inside. Hey, Apple Teenies and Apple Vice. This is Les, aka Sister Slayer, here at the New Jersey Comic Expo, and I am here with Marky Krasner and Robert Albenda. Is that right? With Triple Helix, The Birth of an Idea. One of the things that we noticed about this comic is that it was so unique. It drew our attention. The graphics or the colors that you use 3 colors, which is black, white, and the red. Can you guys kind of explain to me how, first of all, I want to know how you guys became partners in this idea. This is a very interesting, unique form of art or art form and comic. I just want to know how you guys became partners. Who wants to?
So, okay, I can start. So with Albenda, just say Albenda. That's what I call him. Albenda, me and him, we used to do a lot of music together. So we used to be in a group and we used to tour. And we had a friend who said, hey, you know, you guys, he came up to me, he said, look, you can draw. He said, everything is fine, but like, why don't you try to do something different, right? So I was like, all right. So he took me to a comic book convention, and then I think there I called Albenda and I said, hey, you wanna just do a freaking graphic novel, dude? And that's it. And now like 10 years fast forward, we're here. I mean, honestly, that's so. We slept in studios. This guy slept on my floor for a year. So I mean, it's been a wild, you know, experience between me and him. You know, I'm just hoping to give you. I mean, so much stuff I'm thinking of, but yeah, we've been always together as far as a creative end, and we honestly just. I had no idea I could draw, and I had a friend who was an artist, and he said, can I curse?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he said, you're a real asshole, but you can fucking draw. and so I was like, yeah, you know, maybe it is possible. And then we sort of said, well, now what do I have to say, you know, to the world? Because we've been used to writing songs. It hasn't been as fruitful as like expressing yourself and just getting all the ideas that's in your head, you know. And this.
Wait a minute, so you guys, you telling me you guys were in music at some point?
Yes. We actually toured with our group for a while, for like a year or two, and then we decided to go into comics, just like that. Just like we're very spontaneous, so it's not like, you know.
This is a running theme, actually, because we were just speaking to someone else, and he's also a musician, and it just goes to show you that people just don't play one note. They also have other artistic endeavors that they do.
That's our origin, and we always felt like we had a lot to say. I think between me and him, and we're just a good creative team. You can convert the mediums. You don't have to stick to like one. I feel like Bruce Lee. Not that I am Bruce Lee, I wouldn't compare myself, but like I feel like we want to merge some of the mediums together, you know, and just kind of like just sort of, you don't have to stick to one thing. You could just express yourself in many ways, you know. It'll translate well, I think, if you're honest, and you're just like, I'm gonna say that, and just fucking say it, you know what I mean?
So give me a little bit of the idea about this.
So this idea really this concept came about when Mark and I were reading an article about designer babies. And we thought it was such an interesting concept, right? You could choose the eye color of your baby, right? You could say, I want my baby to be athletic. I want my baby to be be very smart and whatnot. We thought, wow, this is amazing. Right now, think 30 years into the future when this concept is monetized, right? When it's industrialized. And we thought, okay, let's write a book about this, right? So let's talk about the future in which there's a species of human beings which are actually a product of bioprinting, right? So we have natural human beings, and then we have bioprinted human beings.
AI. So I think those three concepts and those elements in the future are going to mesh up and mangle up, and we're sort of have all these characters involved in virtual and real worlds, and from AI to genetically engineered, humans, and who will be the voice behind the action. So there's a bit of philosophy involved in this book, a lot of philosophy. We try to keep the politics to minimum. We know people are very
Why? I think that's, to me, you go ahead and you speak your voice, because I think that you'll be surprised how many people agree with you, and sometimes just a little controversy brings a lot of attention.
Absolutely. So, but we're not afraid to say, but this is really what we think. So it's not, I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything in this book. I'm not trying to cater to like a liberal audience or a conservative audience or any kind of audience. It's just like what I think what fascinates both of us is just that idea of consciousness and the idea of what an idea is. So that, I think our book explores that. I don't want to spoil it too much.
No.
But there's a lot of layers to the book. So there's a visual layer, and the storyline I feel like has layers to it. So I would love a scientist to actually read the book. I think we're always into science as well. So I mean, it has a science perspective, a philosophical perspective, and I think all those things have to mesh in together to make something wild. We're trying. Yeah.
So this follows a particular character. I'm sure that this character is going to open up the whole world. Can you tell me a little bit about your primary character?
Absolutely. So our primary character, we call him Idea, right? Hence the name of the book, The Birth of Idea. And he is, well, we don't want to give away too much, but again, he is essentially the perfect human from this bioprinting, and we kind of bring about the challenges. So you think you have a perfect human, but then you start to realize there are some flaws, right? And we really dive into his consciousness, right? Is a bioprinted human going to have a different stream of consciousness than a natural born human? And so these are concepts that we touch upon, and he really drives the story. He drives the entire series.
So you guys are really going to have to keep up on everything in order to make this character, to make him continue to be smart, to be different, since he is this, he is a designer person. This is really good. This is a good challenge for you guys.
I think it's very challenging from every sort of angle, and I think me and Obenda, we do a lot of research. So it's like, one day we'll be researching, genetics, and then the other day we'll be researching philosophy, and then we go in and out, and is this possible? So it is very involved. It's bringing it out in simple terms is the hardest part, because then will someone actually get that concept?
Yeah, but then you're basically opening it up for people to discuss the concept itself. Now, the three colors, what made you guys just choose those three colors?
Okay, yeah, so I'm going to speak because I was very inspired by Sin City, Frank Miller, the way he stylizes the noir, and I was very inspired by the old Twilight Zone episodes, which were my favorite, and the old classic science fiction writing. And then looking at the new stuff that's out there, I was like, the story is just not, it just doesn't. The old episodes, those Twilight Zone episodes, just bring something. They have an element of, just an element of danger, just an element of, wow, that's possible, or it makes your mind wander. So the new stuff is a lot of CGI stuff. It's a lot of colors. It's a lot of blends of everything and nothing together at all. So I was just drawn to that, and I was like, if I was going to tell this story, let me tell it black and white, and let me use a color to also, we use the color selectively to sort of, to tell the story a little bit. So I would use
If we're going to use a color, it's going to have a purpose, right? So it has a strict purpose, exactly. So every color is telling a story.
Love it. And one of the things we were discussing prior to us sitting down and doing this interview was the fact that you don't need color to tell a story. The story itself, you become void of color when you're reading a story. It becomes, you provide the color, your brain actually provides the color for you. But the graphic and the storyline is what comes together to do this. So let me ask you, how can we find out a little bit more about you guys, where you're going to be, your YouTube, Twitter, Facebook?
So our Instagram is Marky Krasner. That's it.
That's Mark's artist page.
Yeah, and you can follow our book there. And as far as our apparel line and clothing line and poster line, that is wrongwiredapparel.com. And I have
Wrong Wired Official. That's our Instagram.
The IG is the IG. Wrong Wired Official is our IG account. Yeah. So if you want to buy stuff, you go there. If you want to follow me as an artist and our book, you go to my artist page, and it's Marky Krasner. That's it.
Krasner. We're definitely going to follow you guys. We really love the concept. I want to see you guys bigger and better next year when we see you guys, or if we see you guys anywhere. But you, as your Apple Biters and anybody out there that is, watching this, check out Triple Helix, The Birth of Idea. This is a really new, interesting concept. I think it really will wow you, and we look forward to seeing you guys in the future.
And we're going to make Bitten Apple the biggest press.
Oh my gosh! See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Yes, this is a very nepotistic business. This is going to work for us.
Okay, we love you. Bitten Apple.
Oh, we love you guys too. Thank you for everything. And I just want to give a shout out to It Came From the Radio. You guys, we love you out there. Take care.
Guys.
Yeah.
Guys are all over the place. You see what, guys? This is what we do in our. We are classic guys.
Yeah.
He's gonna knock everything down right now.
What kind of music did you guys do?
We